Now, Mr. Benson,
Oh.
we're looking for a very specific thing
Are we?
here. Yes, we're looking for the beer to rise.
But then what about fall?
I hope so.
Yeah, I mean, it's just gravity.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if we can rely on anything,
Yeah.
it's the southern flow of this mysterious liquid.
Yeah.
Gathered throng, occasionally referred to as the Amber Council.
Mm-hmm.
Hail and well met, we greet you this day.
Oh, shit. You're coming out fucking strong.
However, Peril, no, I'm not good at vacationing, and I think it's honestly a net negative for me and as a life practice. However it came to be, you have found yourself ass backwards in Twitch's brewing show, Acquisitions Intoxicated. I am joined, as almost always, by Acquisitions Intoxicated brewmaster Eric J. Benson. That's right. There's that whisper. It's like, is it the same? Yeah, same. Yeah.
Same, yeah.
Edge Benson, same guy. And then I know in certain contexts, Azerbaijan,
Yeah, like one.
Edge, it's all there. It's a single tower of a man. Imagine
Wow.
it's like maybe it's
like a 5'2" tower. Yeah.
Yeah. But maybe it's like a quintason thing. Like maybe like each side is like a different aspect of the Benson.
I'm a prism.
Well, yeah, something like that. Yeah. Let's say that. You're a beautiful man.
Yeah.
Now, of course, we adhere in every way on this program to the hero's journey. Obviously, Campbell is sort of our guidestone for this.
Mm-hmm.
And that means that every show has a very particular arc. We are going to introduce... Actually, the device... There's one part of the story is not happening today, right? Because everything is apart and separate.
Yes.
And you're going to bring the equipment... You're going to haul the equipment back into the office, is what I heard.
Rightful place, yeah.
That's right. The seat of its power.
Yeah.
CC Nowhere, Nickman, John Blee, Dissonant Nova, Cranston Snort. Thank you so much for months upon months of affection. Certainly we appreciate it here at the show. But yes, our crucible has been dismantled for return to its ancestral seat. But there are other portions of the ritual just as key that we're going to take advantage of on the program, up to and including the beer up here that you see referenced, the unified grain field theory. Now, this is in our infinite wisdom. Mertzen, I think, is what someone in the channel told me it was called.
Yeah.
Thanks, Cap. But that's the fantasy. We knew that we would want a delicious, crisp, clear beverage this far out, and now it is time for us to take full advantage of it. After which, we will figure out a new recipe, and we'll move in that direction.
Yeah.
But here, let's see what we got here. Right?
I'm gonna go pull it up, take a rip off the tap.
A frosty tap. All right. Let's get in here. Today's, oh my goodness. I mean that in a good way. I saw my face had that, like, there was a scrunch of the face. I want you to know that it's actually legitimately a positive. Believe it or not, the scrunchy face was a good in aggregate. It was just the smell of this coming off of the top was out of control. Let's put some of this inside this cup. Oh, dear God. What have we wrought here? And also, I poured beer all over myself. Hang on a second.
What, did he leave too? Wait, did we both leave the...
You missed
I left and then you left? We left the...
Well, no, I left for a specific reason.
Happened?
Listen, I don't need... This is not what I need. I'll tell you this. No, there was a brewing accident.
What?
A lot of beer got on me, and also, I mean, let's be honest, onto the leg portion, and then the keyboard also suffered as a result. I mean, it's shocking actually that it's never happened before, frankly.
Yeah.
No, but what I was telling the
Yeah.
channel as you left, I this is one of the most incredible scents.
Yeah. Look at how beautiful this fucking thing is.
But look at the pull. Like this is what we want in like the beautiful glass like half liter with
Mhm.
like the bubbles around unified groin field theory potentially.
Damn.
No, Jeff. Obviously, welcome aboard. But I only had to leave because I was covered in my own beer, which is not a euphemism. I mean,
Yeah,
literal
this-
beer came down. But no, the color
Is-
in here is impeccable. Let's put it in here.
Yeah.
No, but also we can see that head retention is clearly no
Yeah.
concern on your
It
end.
is no stranger to this beer, let me tell you.
No, nothing exploded. I just had a drinking problem. I just poured it on myself.
Well, I mean, first step is admitting it.
No. So real quick before we go down. Oh, it probably has to do with the fact that we were utilizing exhibit malts.
Yeah.
I.e.,
Pimp
I
your
heard you
beer.
like malt on your malt.
Yeah.
Yes, iceberg. So Munich, we know what we're expecting there, and we were making that style, so we like it.
Yep.
Pilsner for some crisp, caramel for some richness, and then double super malt, but only 8 ounces, right?
Yeah, we put the melanoidin in there to mimic a box style, you know, and give us that really malty characteristic that we would find in these beers without having to use a deconcoction mash. God damn, that's great.
Yeah.
That's delightful. But remember, we kept it light, both in color and ABV, because light, the lightness of the greens.
Well, exactly right, and it's also designed to be a companion to you.
Oh man,
upon that battlefield. But yeah, the Oktoberfest yeast, and then the simple Hallertau, like this is Germanity.
Yeah. Wow. Well, I'm glad we let this rest for like 3 months. Because man, is it worth it?
Yeah, we've had a couple recently. I don't know if it's just like the year or whatever. We've had a couple recently that have been like psychological lily pads. It's like if I can have just if I can just rest my mind here for a second, I can do the other things that I need to accomplish. That's the style. It's executed to perfection with some cool twists,
right,
on the malt side. But we're not messing with the hops and we're not messing with the yeast. We're just we're just making the structure underneath it really solid.
No, I just want to be on a patio somewhere drinking this, right?
Wow. Yeah.
Like a couple great burgers, and like this is maybe a pretzel, maybe a large pretzel.
Yes. I saw pretzels in Germany that I found horrifying. It's like a pterodactyl.
Right.
Like they're just these vast. It seemed like I would be eaten by it.
Here's the thing: when you store your pretzel in its own humidor, you are absolutely 100% legit.
Yeah,
on
dude.
Your pretzel, ability, like just your craft.
Yeah, if you have to open a door to get to the pretzels, that's how you know we're talking about a pretzel executed at the utmost.
Yeah.
Oh, no. There's nobody dissing soft pretzels. I'm just saying that the type of pretzel one gets in Germany, the type of Tio, thank you so much. The type of pretzel one is offered in Germany with one's beer
is bar none, the best.
These are, I think that you could build a habitable structure out of them. Right. And you would love living there.
Well, until you ate it all, and then it would rain on you.
Well, eat the doorway and then
Sure, and then the bear gets in, and then you get eaten. I mean,
you have a
listen,
lot of other problems. I mean, if you're living in a pretzel house in a bear dense region, like whatever, that's on you. That's your fault. You fucked
where
up.
the hell else are you going to put a pretzel house? I mean, downtown Seattle? I don't think so.
I think that it's probably not a great thing to build homes out of. So,
But if you were going to build said pretzel house,
yeah,
you
it's like
gotta choose a location.
let's project our minds
Yeah.
in that direction.
Yeah.
So, movie says is 3 months long in terms of beer brewing. Is it fairly short? Most of the beers that we make and drink on the show, I mean, 2 to 4 weeks is like
Mhm.
is about as long as you would have the fermentation part of it, process itself.
Yeah. I
That's
mean,
most.
a typical ale is ready in 3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
You
when
can
you're
get at it in 2,
yeah,
but it's gonna
be a little green.
there's gonna be you're gonna be conscious of the process when you drink it.
Yeah. But when you're lagering, you start at about 2 months, and then you can go anywhere from 6 months to a year or longer.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and
it's really how your stamina of your tolerance of waiting.
yeah, and I had done some filming in the office, like for the PAX Online East C Team game, and I had seen some of the dates in there, like Vars Merlot. It's dated in 19.
Yeah, I'm scared of that.
So it's been there. I mean, I was afraid it has a dark cover on it to protect it from light.
Yeah, I'm still scared of it.
And it's in the dark corner, but I'm just saying, like, it's been there for a minute now.
Right.
We have not. That's going to be hardcore. EMW, thank you so much. That's going to be an experience. There's probably an episode. There's probably an episode where we get these things out of there and just look.
Yeah, and just awe. Like,
just take a second.
Just sit back. Get some lawn chairs and just.
I mean, are you expecting it to be full of spider webs?
The lagers I'm expecting are going to be delicious.
Yeah.
The wine I'm expecting to be fucking horrendous.
Yeah, well, our kit wine that we then left for a year and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's going to be a trip.
Oh, Brosephine says, hey, did I hear you say Vars Merlot? Because if you ever make wine, that's an amazing Denard-themed name. Brosephine, I got great news for you. The whole scenario you described already happened, and what's more,
2 years ago.
It happened almost 2 years ago.
That's fucking wild. That's wild.
Right? It goes all the way around, right? And so we'll be able to put that to work for sure. That's going to be great. 2019. Oof.
War Priest. No, August 8th of 2017 was when we started this.
So a couple years in, we got that. And so inside the beer freezer is one carboy and one corny keg. And everything is labeled up on top as it was in those days with the dates and stuff like that.
Wow.
Oh, Brosephine, it's perfectly fine. So this is 5.2, right? The
there's nothing. I mean, this is
okay. I just because sometimes I get in trouble
because it's just feels like nothing, but it's actually 8.9.
Yeah, and it wouldn't even be the first time it's happened.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's see.
We make a good beer here.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, this is perfect.
Yeah.
I basically think that this is perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an execution of a style, but a centuries old style.
Mm-hmm.
But it has a nice twist on it. It's the right time. Right? It's the right time to get at it. Okay. Yes, Iceberg, we do need a theme. That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. Hey, now Tia says, I may have already asked David about this, but what are your thoughts on an Ack-Int flask? I mean, historically, we haven't done spirits, but we've made some very strong stuff you could get in there. Yeah, Piril, as far as I know, that's close. There is there's a local place, a vendor basically um, that enables simpler shipping to the UK. It got totally goosed. So hopefully when we have a chance to, if we can investigate that, it actually makes sense to do. Hopefully it's something we can celebrate with a sale.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fifth Otter. Strangely enough, we were very close actually to a cider collaboration for Gebir Motors actually at one point. It may happen again at some point, maybe not with that particular partner. Acant label stickers is good, and there's actually a cool new Acant logo, frankly. So that might be a good thing to apply to some stuff. Angus, one of the things that would help that along would be a new take on the logo, which is already done. Now. But yes, so let me go over to this Twitch poll overlay, and let's take a look at new themes.
Yeah. What do we? Yeah. Didn't we have some stored? Backlogged.
Back to back
On that, crispy little note sheet of yours.
Couple of themes. I have some. I think we actually got to it. What really? What I had on here was actually it was for the tomb, or the temple of elemental evil, the princes of the apocalypse. And then I also have some alphanumeric trash underneath that, which
we're going to do a binary beer.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to do an alphanumeric beer.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what should we think about for some beer?
Yes. Oh, Piril, the as a piece of Jerry trivia, when my parents were first married, my dad was stationed in Germany, and so I grew up like Steins. I played with Steins like toys as a kid, like with the cool lid and all this kind of stuff. I mean, I had no idea what they were. I just thought that was a special type of grown-up cup.
I actually, who just put it in the chat? I like Dr. Brain in a jar. What if we did a beer for Hollister?
Oh, that Hollister, crazy dungeon?
Yeah, Hollister Black Cloak, the inhabitant of Undermountain.
I can see that. Well, I like that. Here, I'll put this in here. So, Hollister.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I didn't actually read the new adventure they did for that.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to be good.
We could do an Elminster.
Yeah. Just go through wizards. Just take it one wizard at a time.
I mean, that's
all you can do, really.
Yep.
Licorice flavor, you say?
Say what? I heard licorice.
Blind Cleric says, oh, it was a Blind Cleric? No, it's Leftria says, you have to have licorice flavor. It's Hollister's favorite candy. I can see that. I mean, I am partial to the taste myself.
Yeah.
We could do. Oh yeah, that's true. Tasha, yeah. There's all kinds of those Mordenkainen. Like there's all those classic wizards.
Yep. So do that. Put Elminster on there. Put Tasha. Put Mordenkainen.
Not Elkminster.
I mean, it could be.
All right. Hollister, Elminster, and Tasha. It seems like this is a good. Oh, and Mordenkainen. It's so cool to think these are like people's characters.
Right.
Right? That's it. Well, it's sort of like the thing is like there's Jim's magic missile. That's an actual canon spell now.
Right. Elfminster just has giant horns. Gets hunted every now and then.
Here we go. All right. Got some good options in there. And always we love to see it when the panel vote comes up.
Right.
Right?
You love
Fizzband.
the oh god, Tasha's Hideous Sour. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Well, don't worry. This is our first group here.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get these in the list here. So Big B, Tensor, Melf. Fizzband. But did we already do Fizzband? Fizzband's just a dragon, right?
Yeah.
Did we already cover this?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Autolux Sphere. Let's see. Well, it looks like Tasha. I mean, I know about Tasha's Hideous Laughter. And there's obviously the Cauldron of Everything book certainly elevates one's status.
Right.
Is there a canonical source of information?
What?
About Tasha?
Oh.
Or is Tasha someone who has had a bunch of different interpretations? Yeah, Tasha known as Igwilv.
Yeah.
Natasha the Dark, Luhi the Crone, Huro, Wilva, the Witch Queen of Perrinland.
It's really great when you have a ton of names like that,
Yeah, it feels good.
I mean, it feels real good. I'm building them up, but they don't sound as badass as that.
When she starts her brewing show, it takes 20 full minutes.
Right. I mean, my wiki's just going to be like, yeah, he's got like 4 names and makes shitty beer, but that's fine.
So these spells are obviously spooky.
Mm-hmm.
She is considered an iconic villain.
Mm-hmm.
The author of the Demonomicon.
Yeah, that's a stretch.
Ooh.
They were really picking low-hanging fruit with that one.
In terms of the book name?
Yeah.
She wrote the Devil Book.
The Demonomicon. Come on, man.
All right.
Well.
Oh, Earth. Yeah, of course, right?
She's known as Natasha the Dark, so let's put a stout in there.
Mm-hmm. All right. Tasha, it is.
I like the thought of a black IPA because that's fucking hideous.
Yeah, you can definitely go wrong with them.
Well, no. What I'm saying is that it's dark and misleading. You know what I mean?
It is. It's very surprising, and I think that's probably a huge part of why, as a style, it never really achieves prominence.
Right.
It's always going to be perverse in some way. It's always going to be a weird option, even though it's great. So we got a black IPA and a stout. Yeah, Orion Rogue. I mean, we could get back into barley wines, I guess, if we have a place for them to live.
Well, yeah, we're going to be in the office.
Yeah, right?
I mean, we could throw a barley wine in there. I don't think it's...
Barley wine is pretty witchy. And honestly, Pyrrell is not wrong. If you're talking about Tasha... sour, and she's also like super vain.
Sure,
right?
But you know what? I'm not doing a sour right now.
Oh yeah, because of the equipment.
Yeah, I'm literally going in to clean out all the equipment and do a super clean. I'm not taking the chance.
You're not gonna take our hardware offline for that. Okay.
No, sorry. Great idea. Absolutely great idea, Pyro. Or Pyro. But not right now. We need to get everything recalibrated first.
Yeah. She is Baba Yaga's adopted daughter. Oh, that's right. That's sort of her derivation is that type of folklore, as I understand it. Caustic brew.
Yeah, there you go. Papa Warhead. That's a good idea, Josh.
Yeah, exactly. It's a 2-step process. It's like when you turn the 2 keys.
Yeah, you gotta throw a lemon head in first, and then I'm okay with that.
Let's see.
Actually, what about a tropical stout?
Yeah. We're looking at potionry, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, between black IPA stout and tropical stout, I think we've got good options.
Yeah, I think those are fun.
Yeah, and those are all versatile too. They can be messed with at length. Yeah, when we get into the stout, we can partition it out a little bit further, Graham. Yeah. It's rough, but any one of these can be made strange.
We got that pole. Ooh, yeah, look at that.
Okay.
Pina colada sour. That's interesting.
Well, yeah, I mean, pina colada sour or stout?
Sour.
Yeah, you could get there, but I think that a pina colada stout also has a lot to going for it too. If
Yeah.
you're talking about if you're moving in that, I mean, obviously tropical stout didn't get it, but the way that you would do it would be to emphasize tropical fruits on the hop side,
Right.
and then have that pronounced coconut note, which coconut's already a good friend to the style anyway.
Yeah.
It gives them a little bit of base. Stouts can actually be kind of tinny.
I dig it.
Yeah. Yes, TO / EMW. We are going to, come 3:00, we are going to play some Orcs Must Die 3.
Oh yeah, they're gonna die. Let me tell you.
They're not gonna live.
I mean,
I'll give you that much.
Listen, it's right in the title.
I'll give you that. I'll tell you that for free.
Yeah.
But that's the story, right? So now we have a stout, which
That's
has broad applicability. That's the widest aperture out of all three for us to interpret, right? Black IPA is going to have some pretty serious rules in terms of
totally
IBUs, right? Mm-hmm. Stout is an ale that is dark. We can mess with this.
Spot on.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the ABV of this thing.
Yeah.
So it normally is between 5% and 7%. So if we're looking at Tasha, that if we want to go classic like her Hideous Laughter, that might be the higher end because you're getting so
indeed. But when she was a
Warthog, what?
Tasha wrote a tome also called The Lore of Subtle Communication.
Ooh.
Which is interesting. Now, Tasha's Hideous Laughter is included in that tome.
Mm.
But there is an opportunity there, I think, for a little sophistication.
Okay.
So it starts at 5 or 4?
5.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes up to 7.
Mm-hmm. Obviously, 7 being the number of the beast.
Sure, the new one. He's moving up in the world.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say that in these troubled times, the beast is ascendant.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't like to stay in one place. He can change his attitude.
He's making moves. He's making moves.
Yeah.
Oh, nobody wants 5. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, as I say that, 2 people are like, you know what? How about 5? Probably Josh.
Yeah.
That's probably Josh down there, down south, and whoever he's tricked into
coming along that train. Yeah. Ooh, 6 and 7 in a little bit of a fight.
Yeah, I mean, if it's gonna stay this close, I think 6.5 isn't a terrible plan. We'll see. We'll see how people. We'll see how people get to it.
It was even for a second there.
Yeah. Oh, and while that runs, I'm also going to be playing some Pokemon Unite
What are they uniting in this game?
at 1:30. This game is nuts. It came out of nowhere.
Okay.
I mean, maybe somebody had been following it. I certainly hadn't. Um, it's like League of Legends with Pokemon.
What?
Yeah, yeah. Every Pokemon is like a class.
Does it even come with a toxic community?
Well, they don't have the ability to. They have the ability to destroy you in game, but they don't
Yeah.
have the ability to talk to you in the classic sense. So, I mean,
Wow.
in that respect, it is superior to League of Legends
Fantastic.
in that particular way.
So I can just straight up send Pikachu down a alley or a lane and
Yes,
go to town.
yes, that's correct.
What?
Dude, it kicks ass. I mean, it's freemium, so you got to put up with some real janky UI stuff, but the actual gameplay is kick ass, and
That's
it's free on
awesome.
Switch. You can just snatch it. Just
Oh.
just take a look at the stream at 1:30. I'm gonna play with Mike, and I think Kara might actually jump in too.
That's cool. Shit.
I know.
Download
I know.
it.
Well, here we're right
So,
here.
so,
between,
it's only on Switch?
currently,
Cool.
it's gonna ship on Switch and then Android and iPhone.
Awesome.
Just hasn't gotten there yet. God, it's good though.
That sounds great.
It's good though.
So,
yeah.
you play teams essentially?
Oh yeah, no, dude, it's 5v5. Like
What?
the only difference is that instead of a tower, it's kind of a fun mechanic where you wreck opponents, and you get this Eos energy, which is just it's just the MacGuffin, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you basically have to take that and dunk it in an enemy tower. In LoL, the towers are dangerous, right?
Yeah,
so you need creeps. In this, there's no creeps.
Oh, okay.
There's no lane creeps. There's creeps you can go and kill for XP, but there's no creeps that help you push lanes.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Right? Except for like special monster creeps that you kill for that purpose.
Cool.
Like Zapdos or Rotom, right?
Very cool. Okay, yeah, I'll download this. Right away.
Yeah, it's real neat. Anyway, it looks like 7 eventually came out on top, so let's do
Okay.
it.
I like it. So let's switch it over to the color and check our scale here. So the SRM is anywhere between 30 and 40.
Yep. Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah. So if you want to go with her true name, the Dark, that'll be around 40.
Yeah, we can take that all the way through the floor. Or we have some mid-range options.
She was the adopted daughter of Baba Yaga. That's fantastic.
Exactly. But just it's stuffed with D&D is stuffed with lore.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of it is grounded in authentic lore.
Right.
It came from someplace. It's a mishmash of, Lord of the Rings.
Right.
Which itself made, is, written by someone who is an expert in these things.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Asmati Games, if you have a Switch, and I strongly suspect that you do, Pokemon Unite's very cool. You should grab it. Just put your mitts on it and bring it in.
Just take it on in. You're gonna take it, throw it on back.
That's right. Brosephine, this style, God, this beer is good.
It's real good, right?
This style is stout. So right now we're just establishing our Tasha Stout parameters.
I would like to have this beer actually playing golf.
Yes. Dr. Brain in a Jar is being the adopted daughter of Baba Yaga, the wizard equivalent of having an uncle that works at Nintendo. I mean, potentially. There might be a lot of wizards like, yeah, you know what? Guess who my guess who my mom is.
Yeah, let's fucking name drop that one.
Starts with Baba and ends with Yaga. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you heard of her.
Got a hut, moves,
kind of a powerful,
big deal.
got a crazy chicken
Big
house.
chicken legs.
Yeah, 1/16 Yaga on your mother's side. That's
Yeah.
the flex.
Who gets the hut and the will, right? Like, you know.
I think the chicken decides who gets it. I don't
Yeah.
think that's even up to Baba Yaga. Wow. Okay, so 40 it is. I think we can stop.
Shit. All
I think we
right.
can stop doing that.
So nobody wanted 30, eh?
No. No. They want this through the floor.
Okay. So Ibu. This is kind of, I mean, with this style, was just kind of fun about stouts, and where they've come along.
Yeah.
You can do anywhere from 35 to 75. So 35 is really just going to be balancing the malts, where 75 is really going to be balancing the malts, but also being hop forward.
75 is big. 75 is
Huge.
IPA
75
territory.
is huge. Yeah, it's brutal. So, that gives us I mean, that really runs the gambit.
Right? Yeah, I mean, and the truth is, it's like they didn't choose the black IPA, which would be where
The black
we would mess with
IPA
that.
chose us. Oh.
Yeah, exactly. They merely adopted the black IPA. IBU. Yeah, so that's a gruesome range, but we're talking about the the twists.
I said gambit, didn't I?
Yeah.
Nice.
And strangeness. Too good. God.
Yeah, this beer is way, not saying it's having an effect, but it's having an effect.
But it's also the mouthfeel.
Yeah.
Like it's built up right. It just has a nice, chewy texture that hangs around for a little bit. Man, it's good.
Mm.
But occasionally one does, finds one's interest in glassware rekindled. I don't, I have a window open to glassware.com.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to go into
go
to the drop down.
Yeah. I like where you're heading.
Mm-hmm.
What are you picking?
Well, I want to go to Germany without going there.
To Germany? Well, I still want to go to Germany, but in the
it'll happen
while we can't.
Exactly. It'll happen for us.
Let's get a couple mugs. So while we're playing war games, we could theoretically be teleported mentally to Germany.
God, man, it's like every 5 seconds I realize how good it is again.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, and it's even better on tap, I'm sure. Sorry.
Oh, it's gotta be. It's gotta be.
Yeah, it's quite delicious.
All right. Well, hey, listen, they want it right in the middle, so still substantial, but not at the crazy end of this pool.
Okay. So 55. Okay, that's kind of that's fun.
No, plenty to play with. I mean, more than we have recently, right? This is not going to be just 2 grains.
No, not at all. So the first thing we have to do is decide on our base malt. We're going with 2-row, which is dry, clean, and crisp. The Copeland 2-row, which is a little bit sweeter. Maris Otter, which is going to give us some toasty, malty flavors. Or Golden Promise, which is going to be very sweet.
I spelled golden in a unique way. Goildem.
Which,
I mean, it sounds like it's in a D&D context.
From the realms of Goildem come Tasha's hideous stout.
Okay. Base Gren. Take it to the hoop.
Take it to the limit.
Tia, we have to consider it.
Yeah, I mean, it happened once or twice. We gotta stop giving really like these descriptors because two-row just never gets love.
Yeah,
And
two-row
it's like literally the base of all of the best beers.
Yeah. Oh, well, Neuroflare is trying to get some data here. Started roasting coffee. Is there a particular bean you'd recommend?
Anything Ethiopian. Oh,
yeah, I mean that's sort of been our fascination. We branched out into
we did some
Kenyan
Sumatran,
coffees
right?
as well.
Yeah.
But anything that starts with Yerg,
Okay,
you should look at.
Josh, we'll do this. Insatiably dry.
That's right.
Formidably crisp.
No.
And,
how about this?
Dramatically clean.
Dangerously dry.
Yeah, exactly. Let's use all the alliteration we can.
Elevate it. What we're saying is that two-row needs a glow up, essentially.
Yeah.
It's a marketing issue at this point.
Right.
But honestly, it did quite well, given it's still beating out Copeland. The Golden Promise is through the floor.
Yeah.
But no, I think that they want the Maris Otter because they like the baseline that's going to offer.
Mm-hmm.
I don't blame them.
Yeah, two glow. No, we're not. There's not, Josh.
No,
that's exactly what the fuck is. It's the base of 90% of every beer on the planet.
Two-row is the workhorse. It's just the workhorse. You put it in there to get sugar out of it. That's it. Not crazy expensive, but offers a lot, and but it's really intended to be the baseline.
Yeah, because it's actually the best.
Because it works. Yeah, it works. It works precisely because then the rest of your ingredients are more equal partners.
Right. I mean, there's a reason the majority of beers are made with that as its base,
and have been.
Yeah.
But that is not to say. I mean, obviously, the show has never missed once, and so
no, absolutely not.
We turn out. So it's Maris Otter from the jump. So that's our baseline. Now, I do not like this color. I will say.
It's not a filler, Josh. Not a filler. Wow, that's piss.
Arc's tangent. Yeah, we don't like this color. We think that looks gross.
Yeah.
No, it's true. But we have used 6-row before.
Yeah.
It's a lot of rows.
It's a lot of row. I mean, it's a big row to hoe.
Turn the rows up.
Okay. So let's talk about flavors that we want to put in this beer.
Right.
Do we want it to taste like dark chocolate?
Here, I mean, let's.
Do we want it to taste like roasted coffee? Do we want it to taste like a mix of both? Do we want it more caramel in taste?
Yeah, I guess I didn't know that she summoned and confined the demon Lord Grost, who she seduced and bore a son to. I guess I didn't know that one.
Well, that's a new revelation. I mean, do what you got to do to have a kid, but shit, oof, that wouldn't fly in this day and age. I would say that's roasty.
It's in that tier?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. All right. So yes. So next, Gren. But we also, obviously, we're moving into demonic realms purely because we need the SRM out of those grains. Spidey Bark, who hasn't? I think most people. I think binding and then seducing demons and then bearing their child is a very thin sliver
Yeah.
of mortal experience.
Yeah.
If this is like on the pie chart, you have to like draw that line to it and then write it outside the diagram. Like that's how small.
You know, I'm really happy you didn't use the word Venn diagram. I found that in the Pacific Northwest, it's like the only diagram that people know, and that's the only one they talk about. And I don't fucking understand it. Like there are a million different kinds of diagrams, but everyone here just in love with the Venn diagram.
Well, no, and it's because the Venn diagram was invented here.
And
so it's sort of like a
Dr. Venn was, up in Ballard, and he's like, "Hey, I got this great diagram."
Yeah, well, but that's it. And so it's sort of like there's a little hometown pride.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, but goddamn, like, you don't have to use a Venn diagram to compare cheeses. Like, it's getting a little out of control.
Well, yeah. Wait, what's in the middle? Milk. I mean, what does this diagram even look like? All right. So basically, we got to stack. We need to stack some roasty or chocolate flavors.
Theo, you're right. The Venn diagram is the new Kraken mascot. They said, "Fuck the octopus, fuck the Kraken." It's going to be a goddamn diagram. Get out. And the diagram is it an octopus? Is it a Kraken? Or is it a fish? And boom, it's right in the center.
Yeah. Seattle Kraken. But I'm telling you right now that if there was a hockey team whose logo was a Venn diagram, I would buy season tickets. Like, I'd be like, I support you. I support you in this.
Yeah.
I love it. The Seattle VDs? No, that's
no, God, that does not sound that bad.
Jack Lemmon. You gotta turn that down.
Yeah.
All right. So, but returning to the task at hand, we are looking for a new grain. So give me some. Give me some Flavoir. So now knowing some of this backstory.
Yeah.
What are we looking for?
So we can go with some special roast, which is going to give us a toasted and biscuity like flavor.
But intense, right?
Yeah. Roasted barley, which is going to give us a burnt, grainy coffee-like flavor.
What was the second one?
Roasted barley.
Oh yeah. Roasted barley is cool, and that offers the coffee, like the classic black coffee.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel like roasted barley sort of has the like up all night casting necromantic spells vibe.
We can do some chocolate malt.
Yep.
Gives us some dark malty flavors we associate with that.
Yeah, nutty.
Yep. Or we can do just some. We can throw in crystal.
Oh, just a darker crystal.
Yeah. Or we could just do a fucking Venn diagram and just find what the hell's right in the center of those.
I was just gonna say, what is it? What's what lies in the heart? Of these grans.
Yeah.
But crystal is just a classic malt profile. It's just it has varying levels of SRM.
It's going to give us a lot of caramel flavor and also a lot of head retention and body.
And we can choose the darkness. But it has varying range of SRM, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow, I mean, it doesn't have to be the last grain we put in.
No. It's just cool. I just think it's neat. It's very much it very much solves a problem.
Right.
Like when you pull up the grain list, it's clearly designed to fix things.
Right.
It's a tool.
It's like WD-40. It's just spray it on whatever the fuck you want.
Honestly, yeah, molasses is a crazy.
I love it. Molasses is a great weapon
addition
arsenal.
Yep.
It's weaponized in this scenario because I've had an Oktoberfest with molasses in it, and I'm like, that's got to be horrible. It was delicious, utterly delicious.
No, it would work. It would work because the sugars are going to be processed out of it, but that's not all molasses is.
Yeah. Right.
You get that sort of whorehound candy back, I suspect.
Mm.
almost an herbal bent.
You think from the yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Once the sugar is eaten out of it,
Yeah.
I think what's left over is that other taste in it.
Hmm.
Yeah, I said it that way, Josh, which is to say, Penny Arcade in chat, because there are toasty. I mean, even Maris Otter has a little bit of a toasty vibe,
Right.
but special roast is a different kind of toast.
Yeah. Yeah. No. 100%.
It's in that profile, but it's much farther along the spectrum.
Right.
In a good way.
Right.
But yeah, special roast has long been an ally to the stout. Yeah, that works. That's so interesting. So there's a panoply of options here, and they want
they
want the
fun.
sweet caramel and the texture is what they want to pull, and because it's the channel, we know that they're right.
Okay, so let's go with the crystal, and I'm not going to say what number crystal it is yet because we're not done yet. We can decide that later, right?
Yeah.
We're just going to go with something light for now. But let's use that same poll, but add none.
Yeah. Add none and say, hey, we're just going to move forward.
Mm-hmm.
Take a look at that. Thank God for you, poll.ma.pe. What a powerful tool.
Because this is a fun decision here, right?
It is.
Like all of these are definitely some really special flavors that can.
Yeah, and we get to pick and choose. Orion Rogue says that, not gonna lie, crystal with a molasses accent is very interesting. Yeah, I suspect.
Oh, I agree.
When you layer the caramel malt sweetness with that herbal essence, for lack of a better term.
Mm-hmm. It's great shampoo. Yeah.
And as a
cleans it all out.
It's one of the better additions.
Yeah. When adding shampoo to beer, it really rises to the top.
Well, it has all those tropical notes.
Yeah.
Hyacinth, just amazing stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Now there is a nun contingent, but it remains to be seen.
We're throwing a nun in it?
Yes,
we want to have
exactly.
Nunnery?
I was to say nunnery. You're like, what do they call that?
Yeah.
The nun factory?
There's a term and I can't remember what it's called.
Dude, it was wild. When I was in Rome near the Vatican.
Convent. There we go.
There's a bunch of different like subsects, or it's like, I didn't grow up Catholic.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up in like a type of Christianity that fundamentally I think is actually some kind of cult, the more I think about it. And so when I was in Italy and I would see, I assume they're different sects or something like that.
Yeah.
But it looked like sports teams, like each of these different groups, because there's like some synchronicity between the nun and the priest outfits. It's like there's some different vibes.
But did you see the nuns that are kind of like an F1 team where they have the habits that are like just blast out like the front of a
no, I saw some wild ones, but I didn't know that there were red ones. I didn't know that was one of the color options.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is it the nuns of New Skeet that do the pies or the dogs? One set of nuns make pies, one raise dogs. I can't remember. Oh yeah. That's what they're known for.
Really?
Oh yeah, check it. Yeah.
And the Emperor's elite nuns. You're talking about the Adeptus Sororitas? Yeah. That's a nun with a bolter. It's pretty effective.
The nuns of New Skeet. Yeah. They make this awesome cheesecake. If you can get a Nuns of New Skeet cheesecake, you are going to be fucking delighted. It is worth ordering. I will order some from them. I mean, it's $65 a cheesecake, but it's great.
Yeah, and it's all going to the Lord. So it's
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
and
I mean,
he's had a bad year too. So it's like he wants to put up a W. So special roast, harder toast, the sequel, came away with 12 to none's
ooh,
11.
I like that.
So it
Okay.
was right on the edge of it.
Okay, so special roast. All right, yeah.
Special roast.
Special roast. Take me home.
Yeah.
I belong.
West Virginia. All right.
Now, mama, take me home.
That's the next hour.
Special roast.
No, there was always
Special roast.
but it's like people always said it. I mean, I never actually looked this rumor up because I don't want to look it up. I want to continue to believe it. But there was like a secret sect of
John Denver fans?
well, functionally heretical, self-flagellating monks.
Oh yeah.
In Spokane.
Whoa, really? That close?
And you could like point like it was like in some hills that are sort of like south and east. And it's like, I don't know if that's true or not. I mean, that seems like a good place to whip yourself if you're gonna do it.
Yeah.
Seems like you want a picturesque environment.
Wild.
Again, I could look it up, but I just prefer to believe.
We have to, yeah. I let's just let it lie and just keep it going, keep the myth going.
Oh, Leftria, yeah, yeah, exactly. Catholics worship the Pope. I grew up in a very similar
worship the Pope. They follow the Pope.
Well, no, I mean I know that. I'm just saying that like the type of Christianity that I grew up in was odd, but I didn't understand that until I grew up. Yeah, exactly, Josh. Exactly right. Like I don't know why. Like I don't know who would have come up with it. Like it's too weird to make up.
Man, I really just want to go visit Spokane for a weekend. We really have to go.
Man, I'll take you there
out to the cabin. I mean, I just gotta experience it.
Hey, my mom would love to meet you.
Okay, so let's put that poll up again. Take out special roast and put none again, and that because we could stop right here and this would be fantastic.
Well, it's already going to be amazing, yeah. And then because we can get whatever color we need out of the caramel crystal.
Yep.
But my suspicion is that that's going to be it for this. Because none was already kicking ass.
Mm.
Oh, original Tay, I can't recall. Are you from that benighted realm of the Spokenite?
The Spokanites?
Yeah. Beth Damus obviously wants to vote for the chocolate malt.
Yeah.
And I don't blame her, to be sure. But if it's any consolation, you may not win this time, Beth. But if it's any consolation,
you can dip chocolate in the beer.
Coffee does, there's also a coffee option. So it's like a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Yeah, I mean, I just came back through there, original Tay. Yeah, it's very different than it was when I lived there. It's getting kind of fancy pants down by the river, frankly.
Really?
In my opinion. Yeah, there's this sort of new hill housing development that sort of looks down in the manner of a malign priesthood. Well, we'll see how it goes. But no, it's good for my sis who has worked at a series of increasingly fancy restaurants over the years as a chef. So it's nice that she has some place to ply her trade.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a little weird. I mean, you tell me something I don't know, dude. It's a novel locale. Can I use your points to skew the poll? No, not in this particular one. Now, I'll tell you, if we had it on the other poll, the Twitch poll, and I forgot to check the thing that says you can't do it, you would have been able to. So there is a parallel universe, only 1 or 2 removed from this one, where all of your Twitch voting dreams are a reality. Let that be a comfort to you in these dark times.
They're not really dark. Well, they're lightning times.
Yeah, yeah, I think
And
that's
fun.
probably
Let's
true.
be honest.
I'd say there's some light filtering in, to be
Mhm.
sure.
Yeah.
But yes, original take. Exactly. You can while away the hours in a slightly improved context. I do make it a point when I'm back in town to stop by two places. One,
Hmm. Hmm.
Gordy's Szechuan on the South Hill.
Sounds great.
Two, the Viking.
Oh, is that the one with all the beer taps?
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah, I want to go there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It was right across the street from where I used to do band practice, but of course
No.
I don't have access to that building anymore. But everything else I
Wait,
said is true.
was the Viking the place that paid you in Paps?
No, no, that was when we played a show in the Tri Cities.
Nice.
I got paid too well. Crazy,
not
crazy,
from the well, but too well.
crazy news. It's possible to get drunk on Pabst.
I'm wild to think.
I've proven it.
Yeah, it was like 7 pictures deep, but it happened.
All right.
Wow, the nuns have it, and not
Yeah.
the mesquite nuns.
They came away with it. All right, cool.
All right, where are we at for ABV on this thing?
ABV is sitting at a reasonable 7.
All right.
So there is a little bit of witchcraft here. Now, Trance, the band practice I was talking about was not for school. This was band like a rock band, and not like the game, but like a music band called The Fine Print. And a friend of ours, our drummer, worked at a music consignment shop very close to the Viking, and we could practice in their incredibly hot attic.
Huh.
Yeah, Pabst the Drunk is special. It takes a couple pitchers, but if they're paying you, you just drink it from the pitcher. You see what I mean?
That's true.
You order a pitcher for each member of the band.
What was our color?
40.
Figure that. Okay, we're gonna add a dash of.
Yeah, it's true, Orion, and I can see the rhyme potential there. But yeah, you drink it right off the side of the pitcher. I mean, frankly, drinking a pitcher of Pabst is not unlike drinking a liter of beer in Germany. It's just that they've got the better glassware. But it's a two-handing thing. Unless you're one of the incredibly powerful women that serves these, in which case you can carry 10 at a time.
Nice.
Okay, we have got something very nice here. Boop, boop. Watch the math before your very eyes, chat. Watch the math. I mean, I'm here to tell you right now, since you started clicking and making tiny adjustments to this right here, there have been 10 more viewers. And so finally,
it's directly correlated. We figured out Twitch.
Spun the tumbler on Twitch. We have determined what the people want. They want one man to stare in shock and awe while another makes minute adjustments to the SRM of their grains.
Yeah, I mean, Jesus. What a who knew that was how
okay, since I said that, there is now 15 more.
Just keep it up. So I mean,
don't stop doing this. We have been doing this show entirely wrong.
Yeah,
it should be 70% you clicking on these things.
Right.
At least.
Just turning knobs, fucking mixing dials. Apparently, that's it. That's the key. Look at that.
Oh my God, Larkhawk. Did you find it? Congregation of Mary Immaculate. Yeah, they said it was a heretical sect.
Weird.
Started out in 1969 in Coeur d'Alene as a Catholic church. The priest, Francis Schuchart, and his followers purchased Mount St. Michael's. This is it! Which the big hill north of Beacon and Baldy, just northeast of Hilliard.
Weird.
The congregation is still affiliated with the Catholic Church, but very fringe. They don't recognize the legitimacy of popes going back to Vatican II.
Huh. We're definitely stopping there on the way through. Sorry, it's gonna happen. I got to meet these people.
Oh, Fo. Yeah, of course you are. This is the engineering shit you demand.
All right. So, what do we want for hops? What flavor notes do we want in the hops of this thing we got?
All right,
going
here.
on
So
here?
let's see. So we have our darkness vis-a-vis grassed,
Mhm.
right? We got some other aspects of the lengthy backstory. Now we're talking about. I mean, let's get some more facts. So there's a lot of imprisoning. There's a lot of consortation.
Mm-hmm.
She made obviously the evil book, the demon book, the super devil book.
Mm-hmm.
She's Baba Yaga taught her to summon demons at 10. I feel like that's young.
So it's a little young, but you know what? Who's to say?
There we go. All right, and then she went by her and conducted vile investigations. I'm just trying to figure out, what does evil taste like? Well, we're gonna have bitterness for sure.
Vines.
Red vines.
Yeah, because fuck those. Sorry, this is a Twizzler household.
Baba Lager, Laura Fromwork. You know that this is criminal behavior, right? And yet you persist in it. All right, yeah. So IBU 55 is still good. I'm just trying to figure out what the. Oh no, don't be sorry. This is precisely what I like about you. But no, we have to dial in. Now we're getting into the cauldron.
Right.
Right.
So I feel like stuff like herbal, grassy,
yes.
pine,
yes,
maybe floral.
But we want to
something
exactly. But I think those are the things that we want to focus on. We want to focus on herbs. Herbs and flowers, I feel like, are the main things we want to come at this with.
How do we feel about like an Idaho 7?
Idaho 7. I'm trying to the tastes that I associate with Idaho 7 are like mango and stone fruits, right? Am I wrong?
It's marmalade, pleasant herb, and citrus.
Okay, so fruity herbal.
Think, yeah, apricot, orange, red grapefruit, pine, and black tea.
Ooh. Okay.
So that kind of has like that whole mix, right? Which would be kind of fun. Fuggles is a good choice.
Yeah, that's earthy. That's earthy and herbal, like the definition, right?
Mm-hmm. Let's see what we can do if we really want to go piney. Ooh, Chinook. That's a Chinook.
What do you got in there? In that pine continuum?
Yeah, it's gonna be resiny.
Yep. Yeah, dank, I think, is nice for a cauldron.
Yeah. Pine, yeah, resiny, spicy.
Yeah, resinous pine and spice sure seems like a winner.
Mm-hmm.
You know what though? I'll be surprised if we're really doing it. I'll be surprised if we can only get away with one hop. I feel like things are getting thrown into a cauldron here.
We could also. What is the? You know what?
Here, you want me to pull this down? You guys see a good idea?
Oh no! Shit, keep going. Yeah.
Here. I'm saying let's let this roll, and then let's see what else might be thrown in. I think that'll help us get to our witch's brew if we're putting a couple different spins in there.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, lupus angulis. We have definitely experienced with. We have some experience with brewing with peppers,
Yes.
both from local breweries and from our own experiments, like on the
Hey,
ragged edge of what is potable.
speaking of which, give me one sec. I got to show you something.
Yeah, yeah, real bad stuff. Although Lydia liked it, so I mean that should be established.
A friend just got me this, and this is not sponsored, but can
What
you?
is it?
It is Carolina Reaper
Jerky?
jerky, and it's
Oh,
amazing from jerky.com. But it
really? Like legitimately
literally
jerky.com?
like I thought it was a porn site, but apparently not. They've got a ton of jerkies,
If you will.
if you will. And but one they make for themselves is a Carolina Reaper jerky, and it's unreal.
I have had some mean ass modern pepper jerky excursions.
Yeah. And do you remember when we had? Well, yes. Remember when we had the Trinidad Scorpion pepper?
Oh, the actual fresh ones?
How
Or
could you
the
forget,
fresh ones or
right?
the dried ones?
The fresh ones.
That was great.
And remember how they were like sweet?
Well, it's a fruit.
Yeah.
They tasted like fruit.
That's what this jerky tastes like. It's hot, but it's also sweet from the
but
pepper.
it actually has the rest of the flavor profile and not just the aggression.
Exactly. It's really. I mean, if I order more, I'll grab you a bag or two.
Please, please. I mean that's certainly a callback to my previous life as an international gallivanter.
A jerky connoisseur?
Well, but no, it became clear that as gifts, beer and beef jerky were welcome.
Oh, yeah.
And I will not lie, there have definitely been shows where I lived on jerky that people had given me.
Because it's delicious.
It's what I would eat left to my own devices, so
Yeah.
it's fine. But no, Idaho 7 definitely won out here. I think that they were drawn in
great.
by that combination of like fruit bite, herbal back, and then I think you bewitched them with those tales of black tea.
Okay, what was our IBU, by the way?
55.
Okay,
so it's substantial.
Let's keep all of the rest that are on there.
Yep.
Voice cracked.
Hello.
Hi guys. How are we doing today?
We're doing great.
Okay, so go with no, like we're done here, and we'll add one more.
Yeah.
And it's going to be tomahawk.
Oh.
And the aroma descriptors are going to include black pepper, licorice, curry, and subtle citrus. And I'm gonna eat some jerky.
Man, that's quite the domain.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bold realm you've described there.
I agree. Bobcat.
Bobcat.
I had a conversation about him the other day.
Okay. Oh, Taup. It's good to see you. Okay.
Straight up, no.
Yeah. No. No. Okay. Wait. Yeah. I think you've seized them.
Yeah, with that tomahawk.
With that black pepper. This stuff is just in the pot. It's like a toad or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do we want to put this in as an aroma or straight up in the bittering side? I feel like aroma would be a good area to explore with this hop.
Yeah. Well, here we can throw that in after now that we know that tomahawk has come out on top here.
Yep.
Let me finish this pull. Behold, and then I'll put this in here as a flavor addition, or as an aroma edition. Wow, what an incredible experience! Yes, I got back on. Uh, I've developed an appreciation for black pepper
Oh yeah.
myself, Beth. It's what I want. There's just something about it. My body craves whatever is in these things.
Wow, it's actually more of a fight than I thought it would be.
Yeah. Well, it's a really interesting question. And honestly, it's the first time we've ever even offered it
Yeah.
this particular angle. Man, there was this place. It used to be sort of attached to Fred Meyer where I live until Fred Meyer sort of they bought the rest of the building they were in.
Oh, like the one down by the Cozy Nut?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So there's this killer. It was a killer coffee shop that did like a Mexican hot chocolate.
Oh, no kidding.
Mocha.
Yeah.
And it was fucked.
That's great. Oh man.
Fucked.
Did they move down the block? Was it Stagecoach? By any chance?
No, I don't think it was Stagecoach. This was a minute ago.
Okay.
I used to go down and get that for Brenna.
Nice.
There have been
cool.
periods of time where, while human beings were being manufactured,
understandable. Yeah,
there were very specific demands,
mm-hmm.
And they were delivered forcefully. And I went and
you were there to
I went and got
deliver.
I got in the car right away. There was never an argument on my part.
No, I don't think there should be.
It's just not safe. An aroma edition it is. So that's going to be really nice to have that up top.
Okay, so what were we putting in there?
And then that flavor bed, little tomahawk. Oh, Beth, yeah, it was the Mexican family restaurant just right up the street from us back then.
Hey, what was our IBU?
The IBU is 55, so there's a little bit of range there.
Okay.
A lot of room. Yeah, Dr. Brandon Ajar, that is our precise hope, and indeed the substance of our direct communication with them. So, hopefully one day you'll get what you want.
So next, let's talk about some yeast, y'all. We're gonna go with American Ale 2.
Yep.
This
because
is clean,
it's
tart.
Because it's the right one.
Yeah, it's clean, tart, nutty, and it's gonna give a little bit more fruit flavor. And I'm gonna throw this out there because it's gonna win the darkness.
Oh yeah.
The darkness produces a roasted and caramel flavor in the beer.
Making it a true hero in this style.
Yeah.
Yeah, Iran Rogue, that's the thing. Like, name aside, like, obviously the name is great, and it's super cool, but it's also a great product.
Yeah. Like, we can't argue it.
No. It's a great product, and it works.
Mm-hmm.
And also, whenever you discuss it, it's... someone might spontaneously begin singing songs by the darkness.
Yeah, I mean, why would you not? Not today. So who's in pole position here? Listen, I'm just gearing up for this weekend's race.
Oh, for F1?
Yeah, it's Hungary.
It's crazy. I mean,
I just can't wait to see what happens between Verstappen and Lewis.
Well, yeah, every week.
Let me tell you. Well, no, after that crash last week.
Yeah, you mean after that attempted murder?
Listen, I mean,
you mean after the attempted murder?
Sure.
Yeah, it's worth. I mean, I can see why someone might be curious, but this rivalry is. I mean, this is the kind of rivalry that F1 hasn't had,
right,
for a while. Well, there we go. I mean, I feel confident, humbled perhaps by the enthusiasm.
Wow, yeah.
Oh yeah, exactly. The darkness is perfect. Like cave up, loose head space. Oh yeah, for sure. No, I mean I'm mostly exaggerating for effect, but I think if you go back and look at what had happened before the race and learnings that might have been extracted from what happened previously, and
there's
who has been winning.
You've been watching too much of that F1 reality TV show, because that's what it fucking is.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
It's a movie reality TV show. Like that's the quality. Like
absolutely
reality TV out of F1.
Absolutely, yeah. Most of what I'm extracting is sort of like from Senna.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine what it's like to compete with another person with those stakes. It's just
right
under those I don't have it. Like, I just want to do something that is different enough from what other people are doing that I don't have to engage in a lot of head-to-head competition. All right. Well, hey, we came out on top of that. So,
me a name.
Tasha, Eagle-Wilv, many names.
Mm-hmm.
Many strange behaviors, certainly. Many
That's
novel approaches, shall we say. But it is her beer, and it is time to name it. So let's see what we got. Yeah, Tasha's caustic brew is already a spell. I mean, it's going to be easy.
Tasha's these are all great.
Hideous Drafter?
Wow. Protoform, you take that down.
Incredible. Just supernatural.
The Brewnomicon. I think that's a one. There we go. Tasha's mating with Satan.
Mating with Satan.
Jesus.
I mean, listen, it's not their fault.
Yeah.
They did this.
Yeah.
They did this already. Mating with Satan. Jesus Christ. You know what, though? Here's the fact.
That wraps around a beer label pretty well.
Yep. Yeah. Can't you see it right on there?
Yeah. Tasha's soothing brew. Tasha's resinous laughter. That's fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, original take. Obviously, that's great. Tasha's ominous sip.
Liquid content. Damn, we're going hard on
Love
this one.
Potion 666.
Necromance. Holy shit, Tatatech. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Man, the number of the Breast. The number of the Breast. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some spice, L'Etranger, but
yeah,
look at what else you look at who you're consorting with, for lack of a better term. There's a lot of demons in this chat.
Yeah, I mean, liquid consort.
Oh, the number of the yeast.
Holy shit.
Oh man, dude, Tasha is delivering incredible products.
Yeah. Many names. So true.
What's up, Greg? How you doing? No, I am well pleased by this. And, but like I say, so you and I are going to be playing Orcs Must Die 3, probably trying to do some Rift or push through on the war scenario that we're currently at. We'll figure out what sounds like the most fun to play. But from 1:30, if you have a second while you're grabbing a snack or something, take a look at this Pokemon Unite. It's wild.
I'm excited.
Well, it depends, Orion Rogue. Yeah, it should stay with us here. So I'm gonna hit start poll on this. We got 6 of them here.
That's great.
The number of the beast. Yeah, Greg, that's part of. Obviously, it was a process. You have to work with the venue and with the city and stuff like that. But that's part of why we have amplified our safety approach. We're finally able to extract what we wanted for the experience out of it. So if you head to west.packsite.com, read the latest announcements. I think you'll be pleased. Yeah, Cab, it's pretty good. It's real good.
Wow.
Whoa. Yeah, Hideous Drafter is real good. And then Number of the Yeast is just... Yeah, Ithwin, isn't that nice? But see, Beth comes in, laid waste. Something more tasteful. Oh.
Is it?
Well, Greg, I can't speak to that particular concern, although I recognize it. Well, it's not just you. It's you and someone else. Maybe it's you and Josh.
What?
Nevermore. I'm not going to buy a Digimon. No. Yeah, Love Potion number 666. Well, that's... You have to understand, Laura, that's our Times New Ponin.
Yeah.
But even Times New Ponin isn't voting for theirs. That's what you have to look. That's what you have to see.
No, Times put Number of the Yeast out too. He's got 2 on this.
Is Number of the Yeast also Times? Yeah. Come on. It's rude. How many does Times have, though? Jesus. There are gaming companies, Greg. There are gaming companies already, sort of. Yeah, they tend to be more in the mobile space.
That have an RPG crypto that you earn by playing the RPG.
Yeah.
You seen that?
Leftria, I can't stress it enough. You should head to west.packsite.com and find yourself startled. So let's see, 129. Well, here we go. This is it. It's got to be Number of the Yeast, my friends.
You think? Yeah, I think that's the...
We got it. All right, now, precious friends, we're going to hand this stream. Yeah, it got goofy here. Here, let's try this here. So we're going to hand this stream over to my good friend, Mike Krahulik. We're going to spend time after that playing some Pokemon Unite. And then at 3 o'clock, Orcs Must Die 3 with myself and my friend, Eric Benson. We'll get right to it. But for now, we'll shut this one down. Mike will pick it back up. I'll see you on that stream as well.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.